Seems to look good on my end. Hitting the live button. 3, 2, 1.
You got a new mic? You sound different.
I'm currently.
He's at Stefan's place. That's why.
Oh. Do the my place.
Okay.
My place. I'm kidding.
They're going to be coming through both at the same mic, I believe.
Yeah, I think so. Even though I see Joel's in there separately, I think he should be coming through. They'll come through the same mic.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Okay. Anyway, so we're gonna get started, and hopefully Korth won't take too long. Because these events are somewhat connected to him. Anyway, so last week you guys picked up dealing with the second half of that crazy, weird mansion out in the Shadowfell, which you guys learned was actually an Alhanoth's lair, and that they can warp reality. And he created this mansion because he literally thrives on the torture and displeasure and messing with people. So he was enjoying you guys quite a bit.
That sounded wrong, but okay.
It is wrong. What else is that? I mean,
yeah, well,
about this...
there you go. That's Valhanoth for you. They're aberrations, and they're super evil, and... Anyway, so you went through and you gathered the rest of the keys. You found 3 different axes, one of which a certain somebody's now addicted to, like crazy. You know who you are. You don't know what you are right now, but you know who you are.
Who am I?
You might also have the brain power
You're
of whatever
here.
you are, so...
What I miss?
Oh, we're just doing the recap. You're good.
I denies everything, and I don't have an addiction. You have an addiction.
That's the one
God, that
who
was
turned
annoying.
into a mule.
Amongst other things. Anyway, so yes, that you did that. And then a certain somebody, when you reached the Valhanoth, proposed a deal. Instead of actually, trying to kill him and stuff, he proposed a change of residence to a different plane, somewhere that they would like even more than here, somewhere where they can get a lot of prey and a lot of suffering that they. So kudos to you. He convinced them, and away he went, plane shifted. And with that, his house dissolved, and you found yourselves back just standing outside in the Shadowfell, like it should be, all dark and bleh. And all that was left was the handful of magic items that he had in his house. So that orb, those axes, and I can't remember if there was anything else. There was a little bit of gold, I think, and that was it. Anyway, so that's pretty much what happened last time. Oh, and of course, you technically you did rescue the Shadowkai that you were sent there to rescue in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Jewel was just reminding me that apparently they are polymorphed, and
there's 2 other people riding the mule Jewel right now that polymorphed. One was a rat, remember?
That's Corbo, who's a rat.
Oh yes, that's right. I forgot about that.
Yeah, actually, it was Keith. It was Keith that was the rat now. Garble.
Oh, Keith. Oh, right. Corbo was the goose for that one time.
Yes, that's right. He's a goose.
Yes, a Canadian goose. But not that Canadian goose that you're thinking of. The different Canadian goose.
The different one?
I'll remind you what the one Canadian goose is. Hang on. You guys questioned it, so I'm gonna have to refresh your memory. I do not apologize.
Wait, was that the one when we were fighting Corbo's mom? Was it that one?
Maybe.
Oh, God.
That's the one Canadian goose. He's the other type of Canadian goose, not that one. Anyway, but with that, I think we'll pick up. So, you guys just rescued the Shadowkai, which, you should take them back.
Yeah, we should probably do that to, like, not anger the Raven God.
Well, that and you guys made a deal. they were going to provide you with things that would make killing that monster way easier.
Mm-hmm.
Squeak, squeak, squeak. Squeak, 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 squeak.
God.
Wait, is he really just saying squeak?
He's thinking a rat, so.
Well, I can understand animal. I'm literally
I'm
again. It's the
imagining
thing of.
the
It's the thing where
chipmunk
only
scene.
I can understand them. Yeah,
Right,
it's literally
so,
the Kronk Chipmunk thing,
Joel,
though.
what was Keith squeaking?
I like things. Let's go get things.
I like things. Let's go get
You've got the current processing power of a mouse, so
Yes, very much so. I'm sure if you dangled something shiny, it would work.
Remind me, what did you name that spider again?
I think one of them named Parker.
Ah, okay. Just making sure.
oh right, we kept the spider, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just
did.
kind of forgot that I was carrying it for a little bit.
Yeah, well now he's settled on top of your head, so
A little bit hard to ignore.
How's
And
Goldie, by the way?
Goldie, now that that orb isn't being used, you see that he's on again.
Good.
However, for some reason now he's talking in a different language.
Mm.
Instead of
Which-
speaking in Common, he's now speaking in Elvish.
Well, good thing I can understand him.
Good
Yep.
thing most of us can understand them.
Yeah, I think almost
Most of
everyone
us,
here
yeah.
speaks Elvish, or
Or,
has
well,
something
I
that
just-
lets us cheat.
It's basically just secondary.
yeah.
for us. We never bothered to learn it.
And donkeys don't know Elvish.
Question: does Keith still retain his language as a rat, or aside from speaking it?
I'm
You mean
gonna say
understanding?
understanding it. What's the equivalent of a rat? Hang on. Let's see. A rat has an intelligence of 2. So no, you don't understand it.
Selfish.
However, you and Jewel are still connected by the ring, so you can still sense each other's thoughts, however limited they may be, being a human rat.
You're getting a lot of cheese right now.
I feel like she's got an itch on her back, so I'm just gonna go scream.
Yeah.
Oh, why can Goldie speak Elvish now? Is that something he always has done? No.
No.
Probably just the restart. The language settings got muddled.
Yeah, it'll fix itself,
Yes.
maybe.
That's exactly what happened. His language setting got reset.
That makes sense.
We can fix it later. It's not really a problem.
Okay.
Oh, I guess I'm heading back then.
All right,
Yeah.
you guys head back to see the Shadowkai. And your trip back is pretty uneventful, seeing as you kind of already cleared everything on the way here. And the Shadowkai that are with you are very, very quiet. Most of them are still asleep, and the ones that aren't don't say much unless prompted to.
That sounds right.
And Keith and Joel are
Mhm.
back as the regular selves.
Yeah, unless Julie uses the axe
Oh
again.
God.
I mean, I am very tempted because the random tables involved.
As long as the DM keeps reminding them.
As soon as Jewel goes poof back
Stop
to human
playing with
form,
it, you'll go
Keith
blind.
will also be going poof back to human form, and then all you see is Keith riding on the back of Jewel, plus one other.
Yeah, pretty much. However, there is only one other thing that happens, and I need somebody to roll a wisdom save, and you know who you are.
I don't know who I am.
Well, it's not you.
Who is
so-
anybody?
Who? What's happening? What is it? Oh, okay.
Nothing's happening.
No.
Sweet.
Wisdom save? Or straight up wisdom check?
I heard wisdom
Hmm.
save.
Yeah, I'm gonna stick with save.
Okay. Joke's on you, it's the same for me. I don't know why I had advantage toggled, I'm sorry about that.
It's fine. Don't worry. Let's see. What
This
is
one's
that?
higher
That's an
anyway.
18.
How am I doing? How am I doing?
I'm gonna say you're okay for now.
Okay. I am just clutching onto my pink bag and just like on high alert radar mode.
Something the matter there?
You asking that in character?
Sure. Observant.
Nothing yet.
It'd
That's
probably
all
be
I'm
better to
saying.
deal with it before it becomes a problem.
Well, that is my plan. I'm sure that I'll be able to offer more of an answer when I have one myself.
You
All
just
I
watch
know.
shadows at this point because there's shadows everywhere around here.
Well, Oh boy, I am gonna roll something real quick. Because I don't know. I just want to roll straight intelligence. Alright. Slash 1.
You got the slash after the roll. If you're just rolling intelligence, you should just click the intelligence on the sheet. It'll roll it.
I like that, and it didn't let me. Oh. I was trying to click on the number.
Ah.
I'm gonna keep my mouth shut.
I like how you let the dice decide that.
It's best if you don't know. Don't worry about it.
Because saying that always makes us worry less.
Yes, that totally makes me worry less.
And it's not the least effective way to make people worry less.
Cream.
Yeah, nothing bad has ever happened when someone from this group said, "Don't worry about it."
Mabel just tries her best to smile bright and look like nothing's wrong.
Uh-huh. Do I gotta roll insight on that, or?
Knock yourself out. I'll roll deception. This I do have. Do I have advantage on this?
Matter, you just rolled a natural 20, so. Sorry.
Wait, is he a mouse? Is this a mouse's instinct?
No.
No, that was Corbel. Joel's rolling for. They're using one computer.
Oh, all right. Fucking hell. Yes, there is something very wrong, and she is very scared.
Is this something that we can maybe talk about later when we're alone? Because I'm a bit worried. I'm a bit worried at how you're acting.
Oh. Yeah, just straight up tell him.
Right?
You don't want to lie.
No, I can't. All right. Well, you remember when we were in that creepy house that was full of creepy things, and how I was checking on this one item and it made me throw up?
Yeah, I was.
Yeah. I might have done something with that.
And what might that something be?
Well, she sealed it. We saw it.
I might have put it in a lead box and then. Hey,
Okay, but you're... Are you sure you're okay now?
no. But I know that it can't be there, and I know that it's bad enough that I don't feel safe just leaving it around. And I think it needs to be cared for with something a little bit bigger and more important than me. So instead of just leaving the most evil thing that I've ever felt in my life in the most evil place that I've ever been in my life, I put it in my pink bag because that seemed like a good idea at the time.
Well, I mean, I'm not gonna fault you on that. That is definitely something we should look at destroying permanently. What I will say is, don't feel you have to shoulder this burden by yourself. I'd be more than willing to help you shoulder it together.
Would it help if we wrapped it in a Christmas bag?
No, I'm sure we can figure out how to dispose of it while we're here with the resources I have.
Hold on. Do I have spell slots? Do I have spell slots? I have spell slots.
Here's the thing.
Yes,
But I don't have the spell prepped. Fuck.
We're on our way to go talk to some
God.
people who essentially work for a god.
It's
Perhaps they have solutions.
Actually, your character knows about this, right?
my character would probably not know about that. No.
No, I'm gonna say she wouldn't know.
Oh, no, I wouldn't know that yet. That's true. Yeah, but I don't think I know that in character yet
No.
either.
No,
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
I know.
So-
Above table, that idea terrified. I get you.
I'm just saying, like, even with Orville and what.
Oh, I know. I'm not going to be the only one rolling wisdoms. Don't you worry.
So how about I carry this burden for now, or if that way we're sharing this.
No.
I could carry it if it becomes too much.
Or Kieran can carry it.
Fable clutches. She clutches onto that head tighter.
I have this thing where my brain can just stop doing things.
I'm thinking that might be not a bad idea. Get
Literally
the one
holds her
person
hand
who's
up and
trained
say
to
that.
not think about things to hold something that makes people think about things.
Yeah, that could also work. Why are you clutching that bag tighter? Are you okay?
DM, what does she know? Oh geez, that's hard to ask if everybody else is here. In regards to what Fable knows about this.
When did we say to assume that you know it's dangerous?
The only thing Fable knows is that it's the most evil thing she's ever seen.
Probably.
By far, bar none.
Oh, okay.
Can I try to figure out what it is with my researcher background?
Absolutely not.
Oh.
And bear in mind, she's seen some shit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but this is
You
artifact.
need a library to find this out.
You have to specifically go down like a whole religion cult and shit like that. It's not just general knowledge research.
Not this one, no.
This god
This item in particular is very special, and information about it is going to be extremely rare.
This is like life's research.
Does my organization have any info
Right.
about it?
But back to on the table though.
Yes, no.
Fable, why are you clutching it so tightly?
Maybe they've heard a tiniest smidgen about it, but they won't know much.
All right, hold on one moment.
What's in the bag?
What's in the bag, he says?
Put it back to 22.
Oh,
It's fine.
Alright. Fable will just respond and say, I feel like this is something that I need to protect. If you want to protect me, I am very, very honored and treasured. But this is something I feel like I need to protect.
What is it?
Does that make sense? To be honest, I don't think I know.
No.
I'm not asking if you know what it is. I'm asking, what is it?
You already know it's that thing in the house.
It's the hand in the eye. I have both.
Fuck, would Malin know? I don't think Malin would know at all.
I think any.
No one would know.
No one knows.
No, but it just radiates
Many
pure
years of
evil. You
body
think that's a
count.
good thing to
It's
just
not a good
walk
thing.
around with?
No, I don't. I never said that I thought it was a good idea. I just said it was better than leaving it in the middle of nowhere in the most evil place imaginable.
That she's never experienced.
This was just better than the other option. Neither were good options.
Just don't touch it directly.
That's
He didn't.
fine.
All right, and then if you start feeling weird, maybe Cadence can carry it because she seems to be very good at dealing with these types of things.
Or
I'm
maybe
wondering
we
if
get a
lead-covered
magical
gloves
lead
would work.
box.
I'm kind of wondering if lead-covered gloves would work.
Now they are already in lead.
Yes,
You're already pretty flat. Natural paints.
But
I'm
I
fine
do
with it.
agree that I don't think that just regular lead boxes is enough. I do have it in my pocket dimension that is my bag, so at least it's not technically on this plane of existence. But to be honest, I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen, and I don't know what it's gonna do.
We just gotta wait a day and then get legend lore.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Well,
I think as soon as we get out of here, we can certainly go and check to see some of our local resources as to.
How about we just leave this
What
up
we can
to
do.
maybe the Raven Queen if things go well?
yeah, we kind of have a god in our back pocket.
She does owe us a favor.
Okay, well, not really in our pocket,
We
not literally.
can at least ask her about it.
Yeah, and if she doesn't know anything about it or doesn't tell us, we can use the legend lore that they're going to prepare.
Yep, we got two people who can prepare legend lore.
Excellent.
I think for now, it's best if we trust my sister's gut feelings. I spent a lifetime trusting those.
Well, to quote Samwise Gamgee, I may not be able to carry this burden, but I can carry you.
Yeah, pretty much.
Who's Samwise?
Don't worry about it.
Isn't he like the gardener
It was
or
an old
something?
story. They used to tell me back at the monastery about Samwise Gamgee and Frodo Baggins and the Lord of the Wedding Bands.
No.
Oh.
Yours.
Keith looks down at his finger.
Jewel just checks his forehead. He's got a fever.
Anyway, with that, I'm going to say you guys travel the rest of the way to the Shatterkai city uneventfully. Now, however, if there's anything anyone wants to ask those Shatterkai, now would be the time before we go there.
I would like to ask them to brighten up for once in their life.
That's kind of rude.
Rude.
We can't really
Wow.
do that.
That's pretty rude.
I'll
This
be
is
like,
rude.
hey, know anything about a creepy hand and a creepy eye?
They look. They look at each other. There's a slight concerned look for just a second, and then they say, "Nope."
Insight?
Do I believe them?
Can I
So,
insight them?
What were you doing out
Yeah,
this
I'm
direction anyway?
Well, I'm the one who asked, so I suppose I should do the insight.
You know, this is why I wouldn't tell any of you chucklefucks, because it could take 30 seconds for you guys to start spilling the beans to other people.
However,
don't think we should be
also they're
announcing this.
speaking Shatterkai, so the only one who knows that is Cadence can understand it, and
It's Suck and Fable with the helm of languages, right?
She can comprehend them, but I don't think
Yeah.
she can speak them unless she has
I-
something else in her kit.
I have the helm too, so I can understand it as well.
all right. So here is their incredibly good deceptive roll.
Nice.
I shall insight. Ha-ha!
I don't even need to roll
Suddenly.
for that.
Like a strike of lightning. The
Yeah.
stoned cat girl is the one who actually who thinks it through and goes,
Yes, they clearly lied.
And now they
okay.
And now they're gone.
Now I whisper over to who's good at extracting truth.
Probably cleric. Zone of truth.
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna like say to the clerics, just like, they're lying. They know something.
You know they can just not answer with own truth, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say in Sylvan, because I'm not saying that out loud. So like,
Oh, Katie has detect thoughts. She could try that.
I don't have time.
Technically, we could just ask them very nicely.
I believe you did that. You started by doing that.
And when you started
Right.
this conversation.
It's an unrecommended conversation. But that's okay. Nobody would know.
Yeah, we'll just have to kill them after. That's all.
Keith is going to ask, hey, why were you guys headed in that direction in the first place?
What, where they were going?
Mm-hmm.
They tell you they were hunting, which is what you were told before.
Yeah.
You were asked to go rescue them.
We probably didn't know what was going on.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe there was an ulterior motive. Who knows?
No, it's not a lie. You don't no need to roll insight or anything. That's straight up the truth. You can even see that they have, like, a couple of them have basic hunting knives on them, and they don't have anything more. But you can expect that they probably had other stuff originally.
Okay, I'm gonna try a thing
Oh.
called asking nicely and saying please.
Does that include
Hey!
fists? I'm pretty sure that includes fists.
Yeah, is it a fist please or is it a mouth please?
Cadence will approach
Huh?
with just her cutest, most catly smile.
Uh-huh.
Catty smile.
And she will say, please, we were sent by a literal god to find you and rescue you. If you know something about this dangerous thing that we have in our possession, please tell us. And I'm just gonna try to roll persuasion and ask really nicely.
There you go. Why not?
that didn't go well for you to do.
Nope.
Aww.
I tried.
Doesn't she get a bonus for manners?
The bonus counteracts the extremely negative thing from asking something if they don't want to tell you.
Well, at least
They remain stoically quiet.
well, I tried. But
I
if
guess
they
if
know
those-
something, it is possible that others will know, and maybe we can ask them.
And you can see they just pass a couple of pieces of really weird looking bread amongst each other and they nibble on that.
Question about table. Do Shadowkai have the same elven traits that they're like advantage against charming effects?
Oh yeah.
I would assume so. Like that's just an elf. You just
Okay.
exist like that.
Okay.
Different places work things differently. Like, for example, I don't believe the Drow have that.
They
The
do.
Drow have it.
The Drow
They do.
have it, but I don't think the water elf have it. It's a complicated family tree.
It is a complicated thing.
It is a complicated family tree, however, Shadowkai do still have it.
All right.
Depends which point in their lineage someone had relations with the Fae.
That was because they were from the
Well,
other clans
hey,
that go to the Fae first.
Like, aren't the Yankee and Genstai the elves at one point?
Oh boy.
Well, that's getting off topic. So, but yes, the Shadowkai do have the
All right.
elven stuff.
Well, then I won't use my Fae presence, and I will just keep clutching my bag and studying their faces to see if they try to attack me randomly
I
like
was-
that puppet did.
I was just gonna ask them again. And try
With
to
or
persuade
without
them.
her knife.
I mean, someone with more charisma could ask, yes.
I mean, I was still gonna do and try to persuade them.
Use your luck plate.
Go emo. Go emo. It's your birthday. Go emo.
Just,
Is
you
it going to
know,
be
I don't
Anthos
have
or,
a good
or
bonus.
Mela,
Mela
go.
cannot. It's not really good. Mela is really good at insight and perception. She's not really good at persuading people to do anything.
You don't say. I
Gee,
never had
I
seen
think
any
I've witnessed
interactions
this
from
before.
Mela at all, so I really thought she was the biggest people person in the group.
Oh yeah, she is totally an affable person, outgoing, easygoing, makes everyone feel great about themselves.
She'll talk your ear off if you let her.
Yeah.
I know you guys don't want to tell us what the hand is, but seeing as we have it with us and we need to take it someplace, I'd really like to know what it is, and not just walk around in the middle of the Shadowfell with it, and not know what it is. This is gonna be bad performance. I already know this is gonna be bad. It's not gonna be well.
That's not terrible. However, they remain completely silent and just keep eating their bread. Their weird gray bread.
They're weird gray bread.
Oh, I didn't mean to click that again. Whoop.
You mean they're weird gray lambus?
I didn't mean to click that.
Gray Lambus,
Hey,
nice.
you said it was lambus bread. I didn't.
I can still try the detect thoughts if you want.
Alright, it's not gonna make any noise.
I'm betting it doesn't taste very good.
There's only one way to find out.
Hmm.
Hey, can I have some of that bread? I just want to taste. I want to know what it's
One
like.
of them breaks off a small bit and gives it to you.
Cadence will sniff
Uh-huh.
and then munch. What does it taste like?
Doesn't really have a smell, but it tastes like somebody took paper and mixed it with chalk.
Oh.
Hmm.
Gross.
Better than manure.
Yeah.
Alright. Fable
Not the
will
worst thing I've heard
sigh
about.
and shrug her shoulders, and then she's going to go into the paintings and get some cheesy garlic bread from one of the paintings.
I
And then she's going
approve.
to hand it out, and then she's going to hand it to the Shatterkai. And she's going to put her other hand on the Shatterkai's shoulder, and she's going to say, "There's no need for secrets. We are all friends." And I'm going to cast Friends.
It is a charm effect, so
By the way, is Goldie back up online?
Yeah,
we're
Get over
in
there.
Goldie right
I
now.
thought we were
Oh, okay.
traveling.
You are in Goldie.
Somehow I missed that.
He's just speaking Elvish. That's all.
Yes.
That's kind of where Fable just got the painting.
Yeah.
I believe.
Actually, no, where does it say that they are charmed? It just says that it's enchantment, and for the duration you have an advantage on all charisma checks. Nowhere does it say in the book that it is a charm effect, or that it is a charm,
She has
which is
points.
weird. And that's the only reason I picked that instead of my free presents. I am going purely on technicalities.
It might be a charm.
Is this Fast Friends, or which spell is this?
It is
Well-
a friend.
Friends.
Oh, I didn't know
I
that.
know. This is a Dungeon Master call, but the only reason I did this is because of that technicality. That is my argument.
The way it reads.
You know what? What I'm gonna say is generally any spell that is actually a charm spell says creatures that can't be charmed are unaffected. Seeing as this does not say that, I'm gonna say it isn't actually a charm.
Yeah, it doesn't meet the charm requirements.
Oh, so
All right.
However, I will remind you of the part about what happens when the spell ends in a minute.
Absolutely. That's why I started this conversation with a peace offering of garlic bread.
Alright,
But-
so the keys are in the ignition. If we need
Cantrip?
to Vamoof in a minute, we can Vamoof in a minute.
I thought we were just gonna, head off and start.
You're
the
already
business in the
moved
back
in the
seat.
car. Yeah, you're already in the car.
And I'm going to say, I understand your hesitation. This thing makes me hesitant as well. But it would be in your best interest at this point that if we are sharing, that we all have our cards on the table. And I am going to roll that wonderful roll with advantage.
Well, they also have advantage on their save against it, so
So is it a straight roll?
yeah, I'm gonna say it's gonna cancel out and be a straight roll on this.
And it is. You want me rolling persuasion?
I do want you rolling persuasion.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean for that to be toggled.
What is the number? So I got lost.
It's
It's
25.
25. It's a 25.
It's a 20.
25.
Yeah.
And like beyond good.
Yes, it is. So they do pass on your garlic bread, however, and they keep eating their own bread. But one of them says just a simple little bit that it's something that should not exist and should not be here.
Well, on that, we both agree. And remember how much we agree in about 30 seconds.
Something that doesn't exist. You mean like a paradox?
I said shouldn't exist.
Oh.
And then I make sure that there's some space between me and them in the car.
Yeah. You see that when the spell ends, you can see on the one that you cast it on, you can see on their normally blank expression, they frown at you slightly.
I bet.
Oh God, this is the neutral planet, all isn't it?
I'm gonna give him a lollipop.
Alright, let's keep going to visit the god.
Yeah, and they don't look, considering they don't normally show any emotion, this one looks very angry in comparison.
Jewel says she offers him candy.
It does not, he does not take the candy.
Tell me.
My gut tells me maybe.
I'm going to use my wand of flowers and cast the flowers in the car so that I can then scoop them up and hand him a bouquet of flowers. And the candy again.
That's cute.
Okay, I'm gonna, it says it has to be a patch of earth or soil. Oh, from the staff itself. Never mind, you're good.
Yep.
Yeah, okay. So yes, flowers sprout from the staff. And if you didn't specify a kind, you get a mild scented daisy.
Those are nice. Those are nice. Those are a good apology flower.
I'm also just hoping they don't die right away because we're inside the car.
So you notice they don't die immediately inside the car. And anyone who speaks Elvish hears Goldie brag about his excellent ventilation system.
Nice.
I will stick a potato in there if you keep talking, Goldie.
Are you sure they don't have a pollen allergy? Just double checking.
Analogy of something that they don't have.
Exactly.
I mean, considering there's
That would actually
never any
be more
flowers
likely
down
to
here.
An allergy is an overreaction to things that the body's not used to.
Oh my
All
god,
right.
watch this flower put it into anaphylactic shock.
No.
Anyway, alright, so yes, they don't take the flowers or the candy. And none of them really, they kind of just ignore the offering. And though, except for the one that's kind of still frowning at Fable.
Fable will look at him and say, I'm not saying I don't deserve your frown, but I will say you would do the same if you were me.
He just stares at you, unblinkingly, frowning, without saying anything.
Huh? That's fine. To be honest, he's the least of my concerns.
Alright, and if there's nothing else, then we'll have you guys, we'll roll right into the Shadowkai home, unless there's anything anyone else wanted to say. Speak now.
Nobody else has
It's a
any.
continued awkward car ride the rest
Yes.
of the way.
So, what were you hunting?
Okay. Oh, you asked what they were hunting.
Venerable practice.
They explained they were hunting a type of elk that lives here.
Ooh, that sounds exciting.
And tasty.
More importantly, tasty.
They described them as 10-foot-tall monsters with mouths that split open to reveal 4 different sets of teeth.
Right, but how do they taste?
They say those elks' antlers are one of the key ingredients in their bread.
I'm guessing that would be the chalky content.
And they explain that that's the best tasting part.
I mean, to be fair, I don't think you can take them at their word as far as taste buds go. I don't think they have.
Yeah.
It must be a texture thing. I mean, I hear people from the Far East use shark fin, but they don't taste like anything.
There's no Far East in
You
shark
heard
fin.
that?
Anyway, alright, so I'm gonna move you guys over back to the Shadowkai city.
For a minute there, I thought you said Shatner Kai.
Oh my god, that would have been awesome. To the Shatner City.
I would never call it that.
Ooh, whatever. Think of calling it such a thing.
Oh god, what have I done?
Our mission to seek out strange new planes of existence. To boldly go where no sane person would ever go before.
Alright, well, if I ever do anything in the Astral Sea, I'll have a special Astral Sea ship captained by Shatner Kai. And that's a promise.
God.
Alright, write that down.
Oh, dear.
Write that down. I'm writing that down. Captain Shatner Kai. It has to happen. Lenise, whatever next week we're planning, we need to do this. This is more important than whatever other arc you had planned.
Okay.
Anyway, let's go inform the Raven.
Yeah. So when you get there, they lower the drawbridge because they see you have the Shadowkai with you. And they, without a word, just walk away from you and head into the city.
Yeah.
We need to talk to your boss.
One of the guards says, Lagrala is waiting for you. And they lead you back through the town to that very first place when you met their chieftain in that really plain looking building. Like all the buildings. And so when you get in there, she's just sitting behind the simple plain table in that room again, just like she was last time.
Where are we?
Oh, I don't think we're on the map.
Yeah, there's no tokens on this map. This is just a reference point for how the city looks.
Oh, okay. That's good.
Just for reference, Fable's trying to stay kind of like in the back of the group and being a little.
Please don't notice me.
Yeah, that person. Don't notice me. I'm not here. I'm just part of the crowd.
Fable does have her hat disguises.
Anyway, so once you kind of enter the room, Lagrala just looks at you for a minute before eventually saying, "You rescued our people, and you held up your end of the deal. So shall we." And she says, one of my people will lead you to the storeroom where you can take whatever you want. And then she points at Fable. And says, "You, however, need to come with me for a few moments."
And what if I don't want to?
Does she have to go alone?
Can I come? Can I come?
Yes, I'm not letting you leave me alone. We don't know you, and I'm her sister, so I never leave my sides.
Sorry,
said-
never let them take you to a
And I'm her
secondary
husband,
location.
which means I'm essentially her brother-in-law, which means I'm coming along with.
Oh my god! So she says, "If you do not come with me, you will not be allowed to leave the city."
What that? We're just saying, bring 4 people instead of just 1. She's still coming with you.
Fable almost grins, and you see a sparkle in her eye. She's like, "Are you challenging me to a game?"
Are you sure you can make those types of declarations? Because I think we can manage just fine just leaving.
She says, "This is no game." And she actually stands up and walks out the door, and she says, "Come on, follow me."
Do we all follow? Because I feel like we would all want to follow.
I think it's just Cadence she's interested in.
And she, without even looking back to see if you're actually following her, she just walks through the streets to the church in the center of town.
We're all following her. Okay.
I think we're all just following her.
Yep, we're all just going together.
Following her. We're curious.
Corval's like locking his arms with Fable, and we're like trotting along.
We're following
See, I can see Jewel peeking on the other arm, and we're Wizard of Ozzing it.
Follow the gray brick road. Follow the gray brick road.
That's right beside you, not right on your shoulder.
But they're all
That makes sense.
Anyway, so when she gets to the church, she doesn't wait. She just opens the doors and goes inside.
Do we go inside too?
Can I roll perception to make sure this isn't a trap?
Sure, go ahead. Roll perception.
And I do have advantage on this because investigator rogue.
Uh-huh.
I'll take a passive 32.
Roll perception.
Oh, roll perception for Keith. Okay.
That was investigation.
Sorry.
Hey, you still got a 15. That's not bad.
Yeah, but what ranger has a -1 in perception? Just saying.
A very special ranger.
One that's all dear to our hearts.
Anyway, so none of you see anything that looks all that strange. I mean, any stranger than the actual strangeness of this place. You don't see anybody else. You don't hear anybody else. You don't smell anybody else.
Are the birds all dead? Where are the birds? The birds are silent. There's something really wrong.
There are any birds here.
I think we're about to see the only bird that's here.
The only bird in town? Got it.
Well, she's certainly the only one with a sense of humor. And in we go.
All right. So when you go inside, you see at the very back end of the church in the center a very large tree covered in ravens.
Well, that's
Yeah,
yeah.
birds. Okay, all's well.
I kind of want to climb the tree.
I'm
I know I
gonna roll
shouldn't, but I want
investigation.
to.
To do what are you putting your hands on to investigate?
I'm doing a murder investigation.
What?
Because there's a bunch of crows.
Apparently, you're the killer. You were guilty the whole time.
God
Anyway,
damn
moving
it.
on. You see Lagrala kneeling before the tree, and she just says, "I brought the travelers."
Oh.
I want to climb the tree. I know I shouldn't, but I want to.
Pat on Cadence's
You
head.
approach the tree.
Fable will approach behind the priestess, but she will not bow. She is vowed to only bow to one.
Uh-huh.
Cadence will wave.
and a raven flies off a tree and lands on Lagrala's head, facing you, Fable.
Uh-huh.
And
Well,
it
that's not
stares at
fun.
you.
Would you like me to draw you a picture? I am very beautiful.
And the raven just says,
Everyone.
I want to see them.
Why?
What?
To confirm.
Fable will look back at everyone. And then slowly take off her bag. And pull out the lead boxes that she painted. That even though she painted them in a hurry, still managed to have pretty little, like, hearts and snowflakes and unicorns on them.
Engravings? Or embosses.
And we'll open the boxes.
And the raven just stares at the contents. And she says, really is them.
I could have told you that. And you already knew that.
And she says, would you trust someone who just told you that? Or would you want to see it with your own eyes?
Speaking of which, is it looking at us? And she points at the eye.
And she says, of course it is.
Yeah, is anybody making will saves now that these things are, like, they're not even sealed. They're just
Actually, you make a very good point. All of you should make.
be making will saves, shouldn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, you should actually all make a wisdom save. That's true.
Okay.
Let
I mean, pretty good wisdom.
Alright, Keith is getting locked.
Hey.
Alright, Mela's
Like wisdom
fine.
save, right?
Yeah, wisdom.
Yes, wisdom save.
I'm gonna block that
I
one.
have rolled better, but at least I
Anthos is
didn't
probably
roll worse.
better.
Yeah. Oh, Kapaka got
Yeah,
fucked.
I'm gonna
Oh.
luck that. I'm gonna luck that.
I'm gonna luck your wisdom
Have we
save.
had a
Let's
full
go.
rest
I
to
rolled a
restore all of our
17,
luck?
18.
Because we kind of burned a lot of luck in the last encounter, and I don't know if we have rested.
Yes, you
I don't
managed
know
to
if
rest.
we've rested.
I'm pretty sure we rested. It took a while to get back.
So I am full.
Hold on, let me roll mine. I just rolled Jules and she got a 15. And here comes mine. Shit, I had advantage toggled again. I keep forgetting that.
It's fine. You got 16.
Don't worry, don't worry. I know when you've got advantage and when you don't, so. Alright, so let me see here. Keith got an 11. Shiva's okay. Emo, which one of your two was the nat
Okay.
20 for?
The nat 20 was Mela,
Alright.
and the 18 was Anthos.
Alright.
No, Keith got a 22.
Oh, I see that. Let's see. 20, so Cadence ended up with a 15.
Mhm.
Kopaka ended up with a 1.
Ooh.
Shit.
Not a nat 1. A dirty 1.
Still, he's
gonna charge me.
He's gonna be
You know it.
So what was the DC?
The DC was 20. So if you got under a 20, yeah, you're about to have a vision.
Do I have monk bullshit?
I think
Not against this, you don't.
I'm safe, Dev.
Corbel's good. I'm good. Mela's good. Keith
So
is
Cadence,
good.
Aha,
Kopaka.
I do have monk bullshit.
Yeah.
I can spend a key point to re-roll.
Alright then. Expend your key point and re-roll your save.
Oh.
Good job.
16 instead of 50.
Better, but not good enough. Sombra got an 11. Anthos isn't gonna do it either. and Jewel didn't beat it, and Fable didn't beat it either. Okay.
Zergath beat it. Katie didn't beat it.
Yeah, Katie's fine.
Oh, phew.
And
What happened?
Zergath is resisting the urge to eat it. The same urge he has for every object he ever sees.
I wonder what would happen if he did eat it.
Bad things.
I'd rather not.
Yeah, I know.
Well, let's not piss off the god.
I'd rather not figure out what happened if he ate that.
Okay, let's see. So let's start with the first person who actually failed this. Okay. Cadence. You have a vision. A really nice vision. A vision of you and Catherine, and she's the leader of the Order of the Platinum Dragon. Looks like it's 10 years in the future. And you're having a conversation. Remembering how you saved the world and you defeated CLAM. And how after that, Sturge retired and she became the leader of the group. And you had your beautiful wedding. And you're talking about adopting somebody. Raising them. There's plenty of children out there who need it. Feels really heartwarming and nice. And you hear in your head a voice telling you that this could be yours if you just take it. And reach out your hand and grasp it.
Okay. Now, this is a tempting offer. And
then after that, eventually the vision fades and you're just standing back in the church like no time had passed at all. You just have that vision in your head and that thought and heard that voice with that very tempting vision. Alright, so Kopaka, you too have a vision. And yours is even more vivid.
Of course.
Okay.
You're the chieftain of a tribe of giants and dragonborn, living in harmony. And you live every day, hunting, gathering, fighting, just having an absolute blast.
And fishing, right?
Oh, there's fishing.
Oh yeah.
You fish that are half whale in size. They're massive. And you have contests on a daily basis, contests of strength, where you can show off everything you've got. And just every day, show those that follow you why you're in charge.
Oh.
And Keith's recipe book.
Shush!
And I like this vision so much.
Yeah.
Involved.
And then eventually, you hear the voice too telling you that this future is right there. You can totally have it. All you have to do is take that hand and that eye.
I don't see my fate, Queen. Therefore, yeah.
Bravo!
Am I aware that everyone else is having this vision?
No, you're not.
Okay.
Bravo!
Yes, I give you good points. That comment is going to change. I was about to say something else, Paul, but that comment, very nice. Very nice. All right, so we're just gonna. Your vision ends, and just like with Cadence, no time has actually passed. All right. Next to fail was Sombra, you too failed. And your vision is 10 years in the future. Emma's an adult now, or I guess near an adult, and you and Blake and Shiva are just kind of sitting there talking about what she's gonna do in the future. You're having a nice little family dinner. It's really, really pleasant. And then you go upstairs and do some fun stuff.
Oh God.
Does it involve the recreational tools that Corbel found in his room?
How much rope is there?
It involves plenty of different tools and things.
Wow, you must have a lot of dogs.
And 30 feet of rope.
So you're
How
just
do you
having a
use all 30 feet of
nice
output
chat,
box?
and after you've gone upstairs and spent your time, one of your employees shows up to let you know that you finished taking over the Shadowfell.
Really?
Yes, and that brand new markets await you. And you too get told that this could be yours if you just take that hand and that eye.
Mm-hmm.
All
I
right.
assume we're all seeing these at the same time, right?
You are seeing them all at the same time. Let's see. Next to fail was Anthos. You failed it too.
With 2
So,
points.
yes, by 2 points. So your vision, you're back home at your family residence.
I'm
You and
assuming
Mela.
I'm assuming Mela didn't have the ability to cast resistance on themselves.
No.
Why would I need to cast resistance on myself?
Pass.
Anyway, so you're back home with Mela and you're with your family. Zelos is there. He's bringing you a cup of tea. You're reminiscing about the brand new king because King Obnoxious died by strange accident. And there was a 100-day party celebrating his passing.
Yeah.
Before the new king, King Magnanimous, took over.
God.
Yeah, we blame the cats for his death. It was hilarious and tragic at the same time.
Yes, in that vision, you're suspicious that it was actually Fable and Jewel, but you have no proof, and honestly, you don't care anyway, because it did everyone in the Elven Kingdom a favor, and none of you actually had to do the dirty deed.
Mm-hmm.
Things are much better now, and you're kind of in the new golden age of the elves, and it looks really the future looks bright.
Mm-hmm.
And you too get told that this future is very possible if you just take the hand and the eye.
Interesting.
Now, for Jewel and Fable, you guys actually have the exact same vision. You guys are back home in your village with your family and all the villagers. Everyone's there. You have kids. Both of you have huge families with litters of kids, and all the adopted children are there too. Everything you've lost is back. Everyone you care about is there. You see Corbel and Keith off fishing for some reason, even though they're fishing in a puddle, and you hear Keith telling you that he swears there's going to be fish in there. And you hear Corbel questioning the odds of there being fish in a little puddle, but whatever. And you see Path in the distance on her griffin, deciding to accept a race proposed by your brother Mark, who's got his motorcycle. And you see them take off, and you see your sister winning the race, or starting to win, and then you see her crash into a tree.
That makes sense.
And you see your brother almost fall off his motorcycle with laughter. And everything is back the way it should. The village is perfect. And you guys both hear that this is right around the corner if you just take the hand and the eye.
You have a reputation until it makes a reach for it.
Does Keith see this?
No, you don't see it.
No, I mean
Oh,
like
you're
through the
busy.
ring.
Oh, I guess technically you do see it through the ring.
Keith is going to hold onto Jewel's hand and remind her that this is not reality.
How would you? You're in your own.
Yeah,
Keith passed.
Oh, Keith passed?
Yeah, you can hold her hand, but she still wants to reach for it.
That's why
So
he's
the only
holding
reason
her hand so that she can, so he can hold her back.
You know what? I'm gonna say the strength of this item, because you're connected to Jewel, Keith, you get caught in her vision. Whether you pass your own or not, you get caught up in hers.
Oh.
As you guys are so connected. Yeah, I'm gonna say you can hold hands, but you also get caught in the vision. And if
No,
you
I'm just saying, like, I'm gonna reach for it no matter what. It'd be really good if someone that passes will save as a group. You know, try
Wait,
to
you're
hold her
reaching
back.
for the.
You're trying to reach for the hand.
Yeah. She's immediately. It doesn't matter. After seeing this vision, that's exactly what she wants. That can be mine. Okay, I'm reaching for the hand. We have a hesitation.
And I'll stop her.
Keith is
So-
going to
Cadence
also
is going to run up.
try to remind
passing,
her
he's safe.
there's no way that
Right.
this is way too
Stop her.
good to be true. There's no way.
Well,
there's going to be something really
Yeah,
bad.
I'm gonna say Keith saw it. He experienced it. He even heard the voice, but he doesn't feel the compulsion the same way you do.
This just allows Keith to hold her back, but she was instantly reach for it. It doesn't matter when the clock.
All right. So yes, your vision ends at the same time everyone else's does.
Are we compelled to go for it? have to?
The only one I was gonna say was compelled was Kopaka. However, after what he said, he told the vision no. So
I mean, Anthony doesn't like the vision either. That just means more work.
yeah, no. So Kopaka sees the vision and is like, nah.
And honestly, I believe that the vision is already possible, so I don't really need to grab for it.
Yeah.
It tried to. Cadence is going to actually speak aloud, like tried to show me what I wanted.
Wait, what? Seriously?
I mean, I think it showed us all what we wanted, probably.
I
Really?
didn't see anything.
Good for you.
I felt something try to touch my mind, but I was able to block it out.
Yeah, same.
I felt.
To be perfectly honest, I've had way better trips.
Yeah.
So
I'm just waiting.
Yeah, guys, I just had a good thought in my mind.
it tried to show me a future
So
that
is
I
anyone going
already
to reach
know
for it?
I can get without it.
Yeah, that's exactly what I said.
Alright, so is anyone going for it currently?
Jewel.
Joel, I don't care. I'll take it.
Jill, you're going to try to take it?
Yes.
Well, Layla's
is
first going
currently
to cast
holding
calm
her back.
emotions, see what happens.
But she,
It's
depending on her
response.
strength.
I mean, if need be, hold person is a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, but first, let's try like this. Let's try this.
Well, what you currently see is that she's trying to get past Keith.
Who is holding her?
Keith is holding her back right now.
Yeah, which is why I cast calm emotions to see what's going to happen before you go forward.
You have to make a charisma.
It's not an emotional response. She still wants it. I'll take it, whatever the cost.
Oh, so you're just trying to achieve your goal no matter what happens. All right.
Yeah.
Cadence,
The same
will,
thing when we first
Cadence is going to get in front of. Cadence is going to get in front of Jewel.
Ditto.
Again, Keith's already holding her, but she's struggling to try to get to it, and that's what she's saying. I don't care. I'll pay the price.
Well, I know from experience some things are not worth paying any price for.
It's probably also lying.
That's true. It's probably lying.
And eventually the raven speaks and says, "Oh, it's lying. Nothing you saw there would be given to you by the hand."
Fable is visibly crying, but slowly closes the box and puts them back in the bag.
Does this affect end when the box is closed?
Once the box is closed, yeah, you don't feel quite the same urge to take it. But you still remember its offer, and it's still very tempting.
Oh yeah.
Keith is stroking Jewel, trying to comfort her.
Jewel, whatever you saw, we can have it without that.
You can't give me that. No one's gonna give me that.
I don't think anything can give you that, though. Not even that. To be honest.
What did you see?
Her home. Unbroken.
She turns and walks out.
Corbel would
Cadence
try
is
to
going to follow.
Jewel, but then look to Fable. and then sort of motion towards Jewel. We should maybe go after her.
Cadence will go.
Keith is already like chasing her down.
She's just wanting to a place to cry.
Yep. Keith wants to be there to pet her, calm.
Open the box.
Comfort her.
Cadence will wait outside or wait, some distance away, just because Fable is Cadence's student, which means Cadence has to be responsible.
I mean Jewel.
Or sorry, Jewel. But it's been a while.
It's been a while.
Anyway, so eventually the Raven speaks and says, "It's a very good thing those didn't get into his hands."
Who's he?
And she's gonna say, "The worst thing this plane has ever dealt with."
Elaborate.
She says, "Another god. Those are part of him. And he can by no means be allowed to have them back."
So what do we
Can
do
they
with them?
be destroyed?
She says, "Yes, but not here."
Where?
Well, I sense a quest coming on.
She says, "I'm not even sure where exactly. It's not a where so much as a what
When?
must be done."
Okay, great.
She says, "I know of only a few ways where those items might be destroyed." And she says, "First, there is a place in the plane of fire." And yes, I'm going to make a reference here, so you're welcome, guys.
Thank you!
More. Let's go.
So we're bringing
And
it
she
to
says,
Mount
yes,
Mordor in the plane of
Yes!
fire.
Yes! God damn it! Yes, that's correct. There's a volcano
guessing-
in the plane of fire that they that they might be destroyed by being tossed into.
And it's called a road ruin, right?
No.
No, it's just called Mount Doom. Really weird, just as coincidence.
Skeletor there?
Is Skeletor there?
I mean, we can. Mela does have planar shift.
And she says she expects that would have about a 40% chance of destroying them for good.
Nice. What if we
What,
set them
just
adrift in the
40%?
astral
It's a very
sea?
surefire way to destroy them for good.
Well, better odds
And
than
she
none.
says, in response to setting them adrift in the astral sea, she says, "Well, that wouldn't destroy them, and these items have a way of finding themselves in the hands of somebody else."
Oh, fun.
Okay, so plane of fire, because I want, at the very least, the chance of them destroyed. Right? Right? Everybody? Everybody?
Yeah.
All right.
Then she
That's
says-
one
Okay, I'm
alternative.
not
What's the
actually
next
there right now,
alternative?
She says, "If perhaps you were able to gather the help and the attention of multiple gods, and they were to work in tandem to try and destroy it." And she says,
Well,
You could do that.
we could try.
We
Light's
have
technically
like, 5
dead.
gods on our
I
contact
can try to contact him.
I mean, I'm
What?
contacting my god. Maybe I
Well,
mean my god
Corner of
knows
the
a
Platinum
couple
Dragon, and
gods.
they probably know some gods, right? Fritz
I-
Church knows a
Directly?
god.
I know
she
a god
says,
from a
if
god,
they're
of a
powerful
god.
enough and there's enough of them, she says, probably a 60% chance of destroying it for good.
That seems better. Because
Okay,
A, we don't have
that's
to
a
go to the
high-
plane of fire, and B, we know some gods already.
We know 2 gods. Exactly 2.
And then,
we
But we
and
know
then,
people who know gods, right?
and then she said,
We're kind of
They
big
know
deal.
the same gods.
and then she says the next is a ritual with, if the right materials are gathered and the ritual is done correctly, there's an 80% chance they could be destroyed.
Alright, so we're doing the ritual. What do we need?
The ritual sounds.
Wait.
already sounding better.
What's
I feel
involved
like
in
the
this
ritual's going to
ritual?
be more complicated than
Probably a
getting
blood
gods.
sacrifice.
First, you need a goat.
Please not Earl.
First, you need
First,
a
we
million
need the man
goats.
with a goat.
I hope it's
So
not
she
involving
lists off.
Earl.
She says I will list off just a few of the incredibly hard to find ingredients, and the first she says is
Fucking fetch.
yes, correct, a fetch quest, and she says the ancient primordial goat of the plane of Earth. You're welcome.
Fuck you!
Wait, what?
What?
But we can't go to the plane of Earth.
Sorry, what? I missed
Plane
that.
of Earth is just a plane
The
of
ancient
Earth.
primordial goat of the plane of
We
Earth.
should go get a go from the plane of Earth.
Can't we even go to the plane of Earth?
The goat from the plane of Earth.
Keith and Jewel are not there to make comment on this, by the way.
Because it's just
Yeah, can we
infinite
go to
solid
the plane
matter,
of-
isn't it?
Yeah, and then anyway, let me continue. Then she says the blood from a demon prince.
Oh,
Well, that's going to happen pretty much
I am not.
regardless.
I am not seducing Grisette, guys. I have my lines, and I'm not seducing Grisettes.
All right.
I
What
mean,
of a
I
demon
was
prince?
just going to punch him a lot and get his
do we
blood
need to
that
get?
way.
Do we need to also get the blood
I
of a
mean-
cow from the plane of water?
She says the feather from an archangel.
Okay,
I'm
that
sure we
actually
could borrow
probably
that. I'm
sounds-
sure we could borrow that. I'm sure if we talk to them and explain what we're doing, they'd give us
I
one.
feel like that's probably more doable.
I'm pretty sure if we explain what's
Yeah.
happening, they'd willingly give us one.
And she says, and everything else on this this large list, and she pulls a scroll out from somewhere, which has like a few dozen ingredients on it.
Oh, come on!
Alright.
So this
Question.
is
What's
the
the
DM
other way?
saying that we shouldn't do the
Is
ritual.
there another way
have
after
a
the
good
ritual?
portion.
Hang on, she continues to say, and in terms of casting the ritual, she says you'll need 100 clerics,
Okay,
all with a
well,
certain level of strength.
I mean, I do know the Order of the Platinum Dragon. I'm kind of a big deal with them. I'm
Says
sure
they have to
they
be
know some
strong
stuff.
and willed enough to resist the item.
I think I could swing that.
I mean, there's one of me, but
Hold tryouts or
There's
something.
one of Mela. Mela does have an Acolyte of Faith, so that's fun.
okay.
I'm-
What's
I'm
another
sure-
method?
I'm sure we can hold tryouts.
Wait. I have a question. Before we get too far into this. When you said gathering multiple gods, what if they were the children of those gods?
Like demigods?
Like Asimar.
Like Azamar.
She says, I suspect it would take a very large number of them.
Yeah, okay.
And she says, up until recently, that wouldn't have been an option. Now, would it?
Yeah, that
Alright,
might have been
is there
a thing we
another way
did.
with a higher percentage chance after the ritual?
And she says, the last way is a guaranteed shot, but I have no idea how you'll find this item. And she describes, yeah, you know what it is, the sword. There's a sword.
The sword of Cass.
Yep.
Sword.
What sword?
This what?
Sword.
What sword?
Question, Raven Queen.
People keep talking over chance they get to hear the sword.
I've heard that there is a plane of elemental alignment force, one of goodness, one of neutrality, and one of evil. What would bring this item to that plane suffuse it with so much opposite energy that it would convert the item?
She says, absolutely not. In fact, it would have the opposite effect. Every day, and an area getting larger and larger around the item, the morality of the entire plane would start to reverse.
Really, this item is more powerful than an entire plane of existence?
She says yes.
I don't.
So what's
think
this
that's a good
sword?
sign.
Yeah, remind me about this sword, because I don't remember it.
Oh. She wrote it. The Sword of Cass.
That's the one.
Okay, what is the Sword of Cass? Because I can't remember if we've encountered this
It's
before.
a chaotic evil. What?
You have not encountered it. There's
You
one.
want-
Is it?
You want to do this in game or?
Yeah, I will give it above table because on table she's not going to give you nearly this much information. But so basically, it's a sentient sword that was used by somebody who rebelled against Vecna, and this item alone can guaranteed destroy them.
It is
Equal-
also not a fun item to have.
No, it's an equally evil item, but the whole point of it was that he put his very soul and essence and hatred into it for this sole purpose to destroy his shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's not a good item either.
No, it's a sword made by a lich. What do you want?
I mean, I'm sure we can take it.
It's a very bad sentient sword. However, it has the ability to destroy the hand and the eye forever.
They'll probably possess the user though.
Now it's just a matter of finding it.
Yeah, and she has no idea where it is.
Well, we know where the item is. That's the starting point. Oh, sorry, we know the name of the item.
Do we want to do the ritual, or do you want to get the sword?
I mean, what if we did the ritual and then got the sword if the ritual failed?
I like
Well,
sword.
here's
Also, we
said,
could maybe
"Be awa-"
ask some gods. Yeah,
Well,
maybe
she
they
says,
know
"Be awa-"
something.
She does tell you to be aware because if you fail, the items will be destroyed, but will return somewhere else.
So we really want to get the sword, is what you're saying?
Yeah.
Yes, for a guarantee.
Unless we feel like hunting for the item every time.
And if we're going on a scavenger hunt, I'd rather go on a one-item scavenger hunt than a list that rolls on the floor.
Do we know what plane it's on?
He has no idea where it is.
All right.
Okay. So either way, we should probably talk to some gods. I feel
All
like that's a thing that might help.
Can I just
He
Hail
does,
Mary?
however, tell you that you need to take those items and leave the Shadowfell with them forever. They cannot
Okay.
remain here.
All right,
Okay.
we can do that. Fuck. What can I do to try to find out where this sword is?
I feel like if this is the case, I feel like we need to shift our priorities. I think we should go back to Windstorm and
Ooh, I didn't
ask
mean to click
Breezy and maybe Breezy might have a better way of containing these items.
I don't think we want Breezy anywhere near that.
We don't want anyone near this as
No.
much as
Yeah, but do we
what
not
we
trust
do
Breezy
is
more than anybody
construct
else?
A massive vault to store them in while we
Reading,
figure out
reading,
the
reading.
rest.
How's
this
Jules
is going to
feeling,
be
by the
something that's
way?
going to take a long time. So we should handle what we're here for first, so that we can deal with this.
No,
Looks like Man's doing divination.
Yeah, we got to go murder a thing.
Oh no, murder a thing or
Excuse me,
this?
technically.
This kind of feels way more important.
All right.
I'd rather go murder the thing, though.
The
The
thing
murder
is
the
Murdering a
bursting.
thing won't take too long.
And that will prevent
let
a
me
lot of
see
people
it.
from dying.
Yeah.
We have
Like,
to
that
kill the thing.
Plus, we still gotta deal with that asshole that kidnapped Blake and Emma.
I mean,
Alright,
they're not as much of a concern now that we've actually gotten them
Yeah,
back.
we have them now. They're whatever. They can do whatever they want. There's the thing bursting through planes, killing entire.
Yeah, we need
villages.
to make sure we deal with that thing.
Okay.
Okay.
Doesn't
How's
matter if we
Jules
store it
feeling,
in
by
a
the way?
vault on Windstorm if the Windstorm gets exploded.
I don't know, but I
What
want
level
to
are we?
see if we
14th
get
level.
Jewel back in this discussion.
Abel's
Why-
gonna
why
cast
can't we
Sending.
comment?
She's gonna be.
Huh? Sending to who?
It's a lemon cake.
To lemon
Jules, she's gonna be
cake.
completely overwrought. Like that's a whole RP. dude.
Okay. And what do you send to lemon cake?
That's what I'm asking.
You owe me one. I am cashing it in. I want you to tell me who has or where is the Sword of Cats.
Evil.
He says, "Why would you want that?"
Believe it or not, for the best and only reason it exists. Are you making me waste sendings for this conversation?
No, it's fine. He's sending to you now repeatedly.
Okay. Now you owe me. Where is it?
And he says, "Oh boy." And he tells you that currently it's in the hands of one of the worst people you could imagine to have it.
Huh.
Oh my god, it's not an elf, is it?
Obnoxious? Is it obnoxious?
Name.
Swear to God.
No,
Name,
Obnoxious does not
address,
have So Obnoxious
Okay,
doesn't
thank
have it.
God.
Who has the Sword of Kaz?
He tells you you've encountered this person a couple times before, and he's nearly killed you twice.
Uh-huh.
Specifically, or the group?
All of you. He describes it as a black slod.
Son of a fucking bitch.
Oh, that dude.
Fucking Thanatos.
Yes.
Well, at least we know who it is.
Hey, it's
Let's
somebody
go
we already
track
had
him
to
down.
kill anyway, so.
You know, let's go kill this big thing. Let's go track him down and kill him. Should be pretty
Yeah,
easy.
how
Going to get some gifts for helping with that?
Sorry, what was that?
Weren't we going to be getting some
Yeah.
rewards to
We'll
aid us
get
in
to-
killing the...
We'll get to that. We'll get to that once you guys are done.
None of you even know that I've done this yet.
Yeah. And Lemon Cake tells you where he is at this moment. He does not know. He only knows that he possesses the sword.
What app is that? Oh, okay.
we have a
So
name,
after
and a name is a very useful thing.
Honestly, it has been a while since we last dealt with him, so like, who knows what the hell he's doing right now?
I don't know, probably taking more souls.
Lemon Cake can, however, confirm to you that there's no way he's currently on the material plane, which is where Lemon Cake is.
yeah, I bet I know where he is about to. So, Fable will open her eyes again and sigh and not look at everybody, but just say, and like do that thing where you put your hand on your forehead and like pinch the bridge of your nose.
Yeah.
Well, who has it?
I used the favor and I asked Lemon Cake. I figured he'd be the one to know. And I was right, and I hate it. I hate it. It's that stupid fucking slot. I hate it.
Oh, are you kidding?
So
Yeah.
put him to the list of people we gotta kill sooner.
Well, I mean,
Well,
it
yeah,
should be
it
better
means
this
we move him
time,
up the
after
line,
all.
so.
And Corbo, like, points to, like, the little orb around his neck. I have his toy.
I mean, let's just
Sure.
move him
We're
up
also
the people
stronger.
we have to murder list.
No, he just goes higher on the murder list.
Yeah, that's what I mean. We move him up the murder
Yeah,
list.
you move him up from, maybe like 10th or 11th up to number 2.
In the meantime, looking at the Raven again for the first time. And I'll take the boxes and I'll hold them out to her, and I'm going to say, I know that lead stops people from being able to see. Can you offer something to help seal these more appropriately, to stop them from making my friends want to murder me in my sleep?
And
I
she
mean, I think
says,
from the sounds of it, it's only your sister you have to worry about.
And she would be very
I'm
good
not
at that.
there. I'm not there.
and she says, I think I can probably do that. And she reaches out. One of the ravens reaches out and touches the box, and it starts to glow, and its color changes to white.
Are my hearts and unicorns and everything still on there?
Yes.
Excellent. Priorities are important. And how do they feel now?
You definitely don't feel as nervous about it. She tells you not to open it, though.
You don't have to tell me. I only wanted to feel that once, and I didn't really want to feel it at all now that I think about it.
I blame her.
And she says, she tells you to make sure to take it off the material, out of the Shadowfell, and leave it out of the Shadowfell, and not to tell anyone else that, like, to make sure no one else here finds out you have it. No creatures, no one.
All right. Well, I know I can keep a secret, and Fable looks at everyone else.
And she says, you have no need to worry about my people. They won't tell anyone.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm a no. Unless you cast something on them.
Yeah, I could cast symbol on it. That'd be fun.
And then she tells you as well that wherever you take it, please store it very carefully, because there's more than one person looking for those items.
As I'm stuffing it into my pink bag.
Uh-huh.
And she says, and I do apologize, but if a certain someone finds out you have that, you will have their animosity forever.
Not the first time that someone's going to hate me for the rest of my life.
She says, well, even I can't deal with him.
I'm assuming you're talking about Vecna.
Yep. She, however, does not say his name. Not once, not ever.
He who shall not be named.
The original.
The OG.
Uni.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I guess we just gotta watch out for anyone who's like walking around with one eye and one hand. And
I wish it would be that easy.
One eye, one hand, maybe a 6-fingered hand as well.
Sure.
Who knows? Maybe a fancy hat.
Don't forget the Holocaust cloak.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Yeah, and her last piece of advice is to not keep it on you once you get wherever you're going with it, because she knows what you're doing, and she knows who you're dealing with. And if you were to somehow lose, and someone else got that, it'd be bad. So she says, give it to somebody you trust.
There are a few people we trust. I know they can
I'll give it
keep it safe.
to Mr. Jeeves.
The moment they all start saying that I can take it, Fable just clutches her bag tighter.
I didn't say I could take it. I said I know people who can take it.
Yeah.
That sounds like someone that's possessed would say.
Okay, this is Mela speaking, not Amethyst. Different. Mela rolled a 30. She did. You know.
All right.
Yeah, but we can't know who passed and who didn't, so we trust no one.
Corvo's just gonna hold Fable's hand.
So
she
she
can
says,
go back in.
I don't know, you guys tell me, but the Raven Queen will kind of bow her head to Fable slightly and say, good luck. And then she's gonna fly away and land back on the tree. And then the Gralla, who's been silent through all of the... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Fable will stand up straight, and she will squeeze Corval's hand just to say thank you, and then let go and start going to her sister.
And the Gralla, watching you leave, says, when you're ready, our end of the deal will be waiting for you. Just come back to my office.
I think at this point we find Keith cradling Jewel in his arms and petting her at the same time.
And Cadence a respectable distance away.
Fable will notice Cadence and then keep walking. And then go right up to her sister. And she's going to put her hands on her sister's face. And she's going to very gently pull her in for a headbutt. And she's going to say, I am so sorry.
It was right this. It was right this.
I know. I felt it too. I am so sorry. I will never, ever, ever let it make you feel that way again.
She's just in doubt about herself and everything. And all she keeps repeating is how close and how right there it was. And before anybody else shows up, feeling the way she does, she'll pull out the. Actually, this will just transform me into a bear. Fire bear. Here's 8 hours.
Mm-hmm.
So Keith is now riding on Bear Jewel?
Sure.
Hugs from above.
But you
Kisses
can
and
feel
pets.
how torn she was inside.
Mm-hmm.
You can feel that what she saw, it went right to her heart.
Yeah, that's why Keith is doing his best to try to help her calm down.
Well, now I feel guilty as shit. All right. Curious. Just because Fable's on high alert right now, ultimate radar. What's everybody else doing?
Are we gonna be staying here tonight? Like overnight? Or are we gonna be leaving immediately after we get our shit?
I think we're
We
gonna
still
be
need
leaving
to-
after our shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I assume so.
Because it just depends on what Mela's doing.
Corbel would use the message ring to Fable and be like, should we go after her?
All she did was change into a bear. She's right up front. I'm already with her. That's why I said I just did. She just doesn't want anyone to see her emotions, so she's in bear form. But she hasn't run off out of the city or anything.
Oh, okay.
Hugs,
So we
kisses,
just try to get our
hugs.
stuff and then go so we can
Yeah,
camp.
that's
Because there are spells we need to cast if we're gonna camp.
I do want to get the stuff we're gonna get to make it easier to kill that beast.
Well, you know, Lagrala told you that that stuff would be waiting for you in her office whenever you go back.
All right, well, let's go there then.
Go there.
Mm-hmm.
Keith and Jewel have been out of the loop for a little bit. Who's going to be telling her all this stuff?
Corbel.
Alright.
And you head back to the Grala's office, and when you get there, on the table are 10 rings, a feather, a jet black feather that's about 6 feet long, and a variety of weapons.
For the weapons. What
kind of weapons?
Alright. No, there's no need for you.
They come with labels.
They do come with labels. So the 10 rings are the rings of mind shielding you were promised. And she
Nice,
explained
okay.
she and her group prepared 3 things to help you with this. Those rings were the first.
Okay.
The weapons are the second. She explains that each of them deal. These are special weapons that they attained from foolish people who came to this plane thinking they could clean it up. Foolish mortals who thought that their god's blessings would protect them
Interesting.
against all the evil of this plane. And she explains that there are a variety of weapons that do a lot of radiant damage, which should be extremely effective against this creature. And just about anything else you find here as well.
Is there a bow?
So there's
You mentioned the feather, right? What's the feather?
Hang on, I'll get to that, but just a sec. So for the weapons, there's a a hand axe, a great axe. There's a long sword and a great sword. There are 2 crossbows, a short bow and a long bow. There's a spear, 4 daggers, and what was the last thing? Hang on. Oh, and a halberd.
And none of them are things Cadence can use.
So what is the crossbow?
It's just it's a +3 crossbow.
Are they crossbows or are they hand crossbows?
There is a full-size crossbow.
Okay.
I want the
full-size
longbow.
crossbows.
Giving Jewel the short bow.
I guess. Alright, what's the sword? It's just +3 stuff, right? All of it?
They're all the equivalent of +3. However, instead of they also do additional radiant damage.
How much rating? Is it like a D6, a D8, like?
It is. They each do 2d6 per hit.
Hey, that's pretty good.
Yep.
I just don't know who to give some of the stuff to, because.
Huh.
So there's 2 crossbows, right? 2 regular crossbows.
Yes.
At least do either of those people, okay. What's the big black feather?
She tells you that this will be something that should be able to help you find it.
Okay.
Good.
And then what are the swords? Again, a short
Does it
sword.
look like a crow feather?
No, a long sword.
A long sword and a great sword.
And a great sword. What's the long sword?
What's the long sword? They're all the same kind. They're all
Yeah,
+3
it's the
with
+3 long sword
Okay.
with 2d6 radiant.
Yep.
Okay.
Spear, if I'm not mistaken, is a versatile weapon, right? Because lance and pike are the 2-handed one. Spear's the 1-handed one, I'm pretty sure.
No,
yes, it is
spear's
versatile.
Yeah, it's versatile.
Yeah.
You can use dex.
No, versatile is you can do 1 or 2-hand. Dex is finesse.
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry, my bad.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
It's
just
true.
Similar.
I
There's
mean,
too many weapons.
I wouldn't mind grabbing the spear. If anything, it gives me something
Whatever,
I can use with a shield.
Anyway, but in terms of the feather, she tells you that they lost half a dozen people getting that.
Many Bothans died for this feather.
And yet they never show up in the movie.
Oh no, there was one Bothan in Return of the Jedi.
No, there's in Rogue One.
Oh wait, no, you're right. It was the Solace. No, because Lando's Pile was the Solaston.
That was the second.
No, yeah, Return of the Jedi. Lando's Pile was the Solaston. He's not a Bothan.
I'm talking about Rogue One when they stole the plans for the.
Oh yeah, there were no Bothans in that movie.
That was the first Death Star. The second Death Star was Bothan spies.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Anyway, so this is her kind of holding her end of the deal up. And she wishes you good luck on your hunt. And tells you that you are all welcome to stay for however many days you need to prepare.
We will definitely want to do that.
And she's arranged sleeping quarters for you guys.
Oh, that's nice.
Which she shows you to, which is just a big long building with like a couple dozen really simple mattresses on the floor.
That sounds right.
Yeah.
Oh really?
Mm-hmm. It's capturing the.
Okay.
What?
Can we pretend that we're actually staying here, but then that you put up the mansion so that we look like we're still being polite?
No, we're staying here because I have to cast a whole bunch of magic to make sure no one touches that.
But this place sucks.
Too bad.
It's not that hard to
I
sleep.
can't.
What are you talking about?
People can come into the mansion with like magic, so I'd rather be a place where they can't do that. Right? Hold on. Let me go read that again. If the mansion's up, can you teleport into it as an evil entity?
I'm just looking at it myself. Just
Because it's a portal.
Yeah, but it has to be you and any creature you designate when you cast it can enter.
Yeah.
It doesn't say anything about. I'm pretty sure the only way you can get in there is you have to be allowed in. Pretty sure.
Fable's just like giving her the big kitty eyes and the little quivering lower lip.
Technically a demi-plane, so someone could go there if they wanted to.
Pose, but they'd have to know it exists.
Yeah.
It's low risk. It's at best
Whatever.
it's low risk.
Let's just summon it and I'll just cast it inside. Let's go.
I'm gonna
I'm
just
sure
sleep out here.
I'm sure overlapping this magic won't do anything.
I'm guessing Heath and Jewel are going to be
Alright,
sleeping
so
outside,
I cast
though.
Magnificent Mansion, right? And then I'm going to ritual cast Forebodings.
Oh, you're doing Forbiddance, huh?
Yeah.
Which lasts for 24 hours.
Alright. I'll put your whatever you want to put, however you want to store the two cursed items, the cursed items, put it wherever you want. Alright? Put down, Fable.
What about them?
Put down the items or your backpack or whatever you want to keep them in.
Put it down like outside of the mansion?
Like inside the mansion. Like put it down like in your room or whatever. I'm just gonna cast something on top of it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sure.
In order to drag a spell from the compendium into your sheet, it has to be in the same window, but for whatever reason, it's opening the sheet as a new window.
That's weird.
I don't want that.
Yeah, that's when we heard you talking.
Oh, yeah.
So either like
setting for that.
So either like take the
I'll put
boxes
it
out,
later.
put them down, or keep them in the bag. Either way.
Fable won't keep them in the bag, and she's gonna take Mela up to her room and put the bag under her bed.
It has to be in the same instance, because right now it's in a separate window.
I wouldn't put it under your bed. I'd put it a little bit away from you if I were you.
You literally have access to it.
Alright.
It's your way of setting.
Alright, so do you put it in like the corner of your room or something, right?
That doesn't work with spellcasters.
Alright, so I walk over to her bag and I cast Symbol.
Oh, okay.
I choose Death.
Oh, shit. Whoops, ignore that.
And she's dead.
Blah.
Mela comes up to all of you with Fable's bag and just says, well, she ran away.
No. Alright, I'm gonna choose the trigger someone opening the bag.
Wouldn't that mean Fable too?
Yeah.
Yes, she cannot open it. That's why I asked her if she wanted to keep it in the bag.
Well, okay.
I don't know if can I choose them pulling out? Can I choose the trigger to them be pulling out the fucking two boxes or no?
Yes.
Alright,
The trigger should be incredibly specific for this spell.
so if they pull out the two boxes, or even one of the boxes containing the hand or the eye, it will go off.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
That's better. That's probably better.
Or if they move the box if they move the box, it's 10 feet, right?
Yeah.
10 feet diameter.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
How big is the AOE though?
Fable goes to get her brush in the morning and just boom.
No. As long as you don't touch it, as long as no one tries to take the box out, everyone's fine.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
You see, I decided to be a good guest and sleep in the stuff they gave us.
So as long as you don't move the backpack out of 10 feet, you're good.
Kieran, I'm just gonna say, seen very many bugs in this Shadowfell, but I'm pretty sure any that exist are either sitting on your head or are in that mattress. I'm pretty sure.
You say that, you see Peter or Parker. What did you call him? Parker? You see Parker hop off and climb into a hole in the mattress, and you hear chomping sounds.
See, that's gross.
And then you swear, actually, Kieran, you're the only one because you understand spider. You hear the spider belch.
That makes sense.
Yeah,
so
I could
for
be there.
Blitz, screen. And the password is blueberry.
Yeah, it's a barking spider. That's gross. That doesn't reassure me on any level.
I don't know. He's just not bothered by it. He just sleeps in the place.
That's a druid for you. Even bugs don't bother them in the slightest because they're druids. And all animals are equal.
Quick question: do we have any fiends in the party currently?
Fiends? No.
Yes, we do.
Yeah, we do. The little bookkeeper demon.
All right.
Now, Shiva is a fiend by definition.
No, like.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're
that's
right.
true.
All right, Shiva. The password's a blueberry. Be careful. If you don't say it, you're taking shit to the damage.
Yep,
Just saying.
that is how that spell works.
Yeah, and you should probably you should keep Zergath away from that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
There's a similar field around Corval's Tower.
Oh, okay. So wait. So if I have to
If you have to walk into the mansion, you have to say the password blueberry.
Okay.
Or you will take 5d10 radiant damage.
Oh shit. Okay.
Every 6 seconds.
Wait, I'm resist to radiant, but no,
that's still a lot of damage every round.
Yeah, true.
That still hurts.
Okay, good to know.
By the time you take off your shoes and leave the foyer, you'd be in trouble.
Every time when I hear radiant damage, all I'm thinking about is just an angel choir and a spotlight coming on, and it's just sudden burning.
I'm rearranging my spells, by the way. Kieran, are you going to be casting Hero's Feast in this boss fight, or should I have that prepped?
How do we get Hero's Feast in here? Oh, no, hold on. Let me just make sure.
Kieran?
We have a lot of
No.
chalices.
Because I'd like to have either Sunbeam or Heal prep, but there's no point me prepping both of them if I'm casting Hero's Feast.
By the way, once we're in the mansion, I'm assuming there's unseen servants.
Yep.
I'm going to ask one of them to draw a nice
They're like transparent. You can still see them.
Yeah, that's why they're called unseen servants.
No, they're.
They're
nearly transparent. You can see them.
You're right.
And there's 100 of them.
They're about unseen They're basically the same thing as an unseen servant. Anyway, you see a couple that run off to start your bubble bath.
Excellent. Just for my sister, so that she can try to calm down and feel a little better, hopefully. Because she loves a good warm bubble bath.
I don't really have a lot, so I'll handle Hero's Feast.
By the way, on a small side note, I want to kind of spend the night with what's his name? Krunk, whatever the Krag, yes.
Krunk is better.
Yeah, I mean we could just start calling him Krunk.
We could start calling him Krag.
I mean, I'm calling it one of the most powerful arcane creatures on the planet, lemon cake. So you go for Krag, right?
Yeah, but hang on. Let me counterpoint this. This is one of Jeeves' best friends. Are you really gonna say that to someone Jeeves cares about that much? You gonna?
Yes.
Yeah, they would.
It's an affectionate name.
The point is,
Just put Big Brother Crunk in front of it, and you'll go with it.
Yeah, exactly, Big Brother Crunk.
Oh, wait, I need to ask something for a clarification question right now. Is Corbel with Fable?
Yeah.
All right. I'm just checking because that's gonna be important in a moment.
anyway.
Also, I do tell everyone that the ward is there.
Yeah. By the way, it's at this point that somehow out of Corporal's clothes, Fable, you see the stupid puppet pop out and tell you that everything will be all right because a cat has 9 lives.
Oh,
wait,
God.
what? What? Wait.
Forget
How
the
did a puppet come out of my clothes?
You took the puppet, didn't you?
Oh yeah, the pun puppet.
Yes,
Yeah.
Pinocchio. He pops out of your clothes and tells Fable that she'll be fine because the cat has 9 lives.
It's time to waffle stomp him down a drain.
Corvo's gonna. Okay, the player in me loves it. The player in me is happy, but the character is like, now is not the time. Corvo's gonna point towards the door. Out.
And he says, I can't change who I am. A leopard can't change its spots. And he says that while pointing at Fable.
Corbel is pointing towards the door. Out.
He climbs out of your clothes and starts slowly walking over while like looking back at you every once in a while, looking so sad. And he says,
"Oh, I can't. Fuck. Fuck. Okay. God damn it.
He's very talented at this. I tried to kill him, and then I still saved him. I don't know why. This fucking puppet.
Okay, fine. Corbel's gonna give him a hug. Fuck.
Anyway.
And then he says, as you sow, you shall reap it, and he gives you a hug back.
So creepy.
Yes, as I was saying, DM.
Yes.
I'm gonna spend the night with Krag and kind of like have him share stories about my mom.
All right. So to me, that sounds to me to do this proper justice. This is going to require an RP.
All right, fine.
So, what day works good for you next week? We'll just schedule that right now.
Let me think. Probably any day but Tuesday, or I do Monday, Wednesday, Friday.
All right, let's do Wednesday then.
Okay, Wednesday works.
The next Wednesday, we're going to do that in RP. So you can get proper justice for Krag's stories.
Is there any point while we're in the mansion that I would be alone with either Mela and or Antho?
Probably, why? I mean, we don't just sit in our room the entire time. We do have a library there.
So, just like the last time we were in the mansion, Fable would wait till it was super, super late and walk around the mansion to see if she would randomly bump into Mela and Antho, secretly hoping that she doesn't, but try to pretend like she's doing her due diligence.
Yeah, and you find them in the hallway. What now?
Oh, hey.
What can we do for you?
Well, you could save me a lot of trouble and just say, we forgive you, Fable, and then I can just walk away and feel better about myself.
Forgive you what, Fable? What did we do? What did you do wrong, huh? Did you fuck up this? I'm just kidding. No, why would we need to forgive you, Fable?
Just because. Could you tell me which one's talking when you talk? Just because they're the same voice.
Who do you think's speaking to you? It's not going to be Melee. He's being sarcastic.
Well, I have been feeling it. You know when you do something and then when it's over, you think that you can just let it go, but what you had to do to get to that point makes you feel super guilty, even though everything's fine now.
Kinda. I mean, I did get a bunch of nobles killed, so yeah.
I was keeping something from you guys for a long time, but now it's all over. But I feel really bad about lying about it, and I feel really bad about how I did things. And I just want you to know before I say anything that the only reason I did this was because I want to respect who you are, specifically looking at Mela.
Mm-hmm. What did you do?
I went back a long time ago to that tower where those undead kobolds that I made friends with.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I found out about how you went back up and killed a bunch of them that you found and destroyed them.
Which one?
And the undead kobolds.
The ones I
kid-
killed by accident when we were playing the D&D game.
No, those were not. Oh, that was on purpose.
Which ones are we talking about?
Those were Knoll Witherlings, not the kobolds.
Which one? What? The kobolds are when?
It was after the D&D game.
Yeah, this is in game.
Yeah, no, I'm trying to think when.
Yeah.
It would have been, there was we played Crips and Clams.
And then hang on.
one?
No, I will remind you exactly when it happened. Do you remember when you met Fable and Jewel, and then you went through that volcano? And
Yeah.
at the top of the volcano, you got teleported into that Tower of Bones?
Yeah.
Inside that Tower of Bones, you encountered along the way on one of the floors some kobolds that were skeletons.
Yeah.
And when the group went down to the next floor, Mela went back up and destroyed some of them.
Oh yeah, okay.
I like that tower. That was where I found all my money.
Yes.
Yes, at the bottom of that tower, you found all your money.
What about it?
I went back there, and there were more.
Okay.
And I took them in, and I hid them from you. In the mansion. For a long time. And I taught them to sneak around and to keep away from you, and to be afraid of you. Because I didn't want you to destroy them.
Okay.
And I lied to you many times about why I went to visit, just so that I could see whether you were catching on or not.
I mean, I don't spend much time there, so.
But I don't like feeling that way about you. And I don't like them feeling that way about you. And I don't like how it's making me feel, which is odd. And I don't really know what that means yet, but I just wanted to say it to your face, I guess.
Okay.
And I'm not saying that I wouldn't do it again.
I know you would do it again.
But I also want you to know that the only reason I did that was because I wanted you. I respect you enough for who you are to know that you would do the same too.
Sure.
No, I mean destroy them.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Even though I see them as children, you see them as something else, and I need to respect that. I think. I don't know whether you respect me or not, whether to not destroy them. I don't know that about you. All I know is what you do, and that's what you did. So that's why I did what I did.
They're not technically living, and they're.
But they are now.
Yeah, they're not undead anymore, by the
They're
way.
not undead anymore. Yeah, that's kind of important to know.
Well, that's what I mean. Like it's.
You're welcome, by the way.
Thank you. That's all. I just wanted to, I don't know, clear my conscience, I suppose. Be honest with you for a moment, which isn't something I've done well.
She's just rubbing her eyes. Just. At the mansion, you could have taken it someplace else. You had to do it at the mansion.
Fable's gonna turn around and skip away feeling better about herself.
No,
Even at the mansion, Mela would have had trouble destroying them anyway. Because Jeeves was on high alert the entire time.
Yeah, Jeeves on my side when it comes to them. But yeah. If you don't have anything else to say, she's gonna walk away. Because she doesn't know what to do after that point, and she really doesn't want to see your expression one way or another.
She's gonna go lie down and think about this. How dumb that is.
All right, well, with that, does anyone else have anything they want to do during this period of rest? Just because I'm curious, who's sleeping in the mansion and who's choosing to stay outside of the mansion?
Jewel and Keith are in the mansion, but she's going to suffer a point of exhaustion because she can't sleep.
Okay.
Cadence is in the mansion. Cadence is in the mansion because she doesn't want to forget what color looks like.
What about you, Kopaka? Mansion or mattress on the floor?
Mansion. I'll take the mansion. I require a good bed.
Makes sense to me.
Yeah. I need a big bed. Now I need to find a room.
I'm just imagining Kobaka sinking into the mattress.
Well, if he wants an insanely fluffy one, I imagine that's not particularly hard, so...
No, your rooms look whatever you want them to. They're
yeah.
Resting in his girlfriend's bosoms. Right in between them.
Well, right now he can't do that.
How big are the rooms again? They're like 5 by 5, like 10 feet by 10 feet.
I don't remember. I know they're fairly big.
Yeah, they're 10 feet. They're 50 cubes, and they're all 10 feet by 10 feet. So,
yeah.
Everyone gets a 10 foot by 10 foot room.
Which is not huge, but pretty cushy. Considering there's also 100 servants running around that will literally do anything you want.
Because there's a dining room.
It's all cat tree.
A library.
Didn't Ken say that he was gonna stay not
I
at the
think
mansion?
I think he might be the only one not
Yeah,
staying
I'm pretty
in the
sure I would
mansion.
be the only one who's not bothered by any, really bothered by it. He could literally just wrap himself in his cloak and fall asleep.
Yeah.
What the hell? Shiva will stay with the out of the mansion.
Wow. All right.
Kieran's gonna look at you and gonna look at confused and say, "Are you really sure you want to sleep out here?"
You literally see the stuffing and air quotes of the mattress wiggling.
There's a reason I wrapped myself in a cloak and just sleep on the ground, not their mattress.
Can't you like turn into a bat and sleep upside down?
That lasts for an hour.
No, that lasts for why? Oh. How long does it last? Really though?
It's polymorph, so it lasts for like an hour.
Oh no, it's wild. Wouldn't it be wild shape?
Wild shape is different.
Yeah, wild shape lasts for it doesn't act. Number of hours equal to half your druid level rounded down. So for him, that's 7. He could stay in that shape for 7 hours, which is enough. Which is exactly how much you need to sleep during a long rest.
Well, I got
How long does it
polymorph and
take
I
to
got like a
recharge?
bunch of spell slots, so like I could like
Don't.
No, if you're casting spells, you gotta sleep for another 8 hours.
You're not resting, you're casting.
It's true.
Oh.
You're not.
Yeah.
How about I just go grab a blanket, pillow, and
Those
just
immediately
sleep?
turn into nothing as soon as you leave the mansion.
Oh, really?
They can't leave the mansion.
You really
did
better off
this
just staying
through,
in the
did you?
mansion, honey.
Just stay in the.
The only thing that's real is the sword kit that you got from the cat.
And that also gets poofed out as soon as the mansion goes away.
Just go sleep comfortably.
Okay. Blueberries.
Everybody's
Meanwhile, Kieran's turn into like an anteater or something.
Hey, if you want to take a life, I don't want to take a life right now.
Hey, cycle of nature,
Yeah.
right?
And while Kieran's not really paying much attention, I mean, he can feel it happening, but Parker makes a spider web in, like, the crook of his neck and climbs into that.
Oh my god, that's so good.
Do you have to make it right there?
Because it's the best spot.
I would have thought the ear would have been the perfect spot.
How's this the best spot?
And you can still hear him crunching on something.
Really? I thought you already finished eating.
He tells you he grabbed one last one for a snack right before sleep.
Peter or Parker is that roommate.
You see, that's how you get fat.
He basically does a shrug and is like, eh.
When he shrugs, does he shrug with all 8 shoulders?
Yes, he does.
I guess he's just going to be like that. All right.
Yeah, this is Kieran's new reality. This spider on him 100% of the time.
The itsy bitsy spider.
Well, he's not so itsy bitsy. He's pretty freaking big, but yes.
And he's
Yeah,
getting bigger.
It took this long for the druid to keep a pet.
Well, it's because it's best not to keep a pet, considering they all die in one hit. And I don't know about you, I'd rather not put my pets through that.
Yeah, not again.
Unless you feel like bringing him back up again.
No. It was a slow when you think about it.
Bad joke, sorry.
I very much like them staying alive and healthy.
Aw, you're such a good druid.
Because we all saw what happened to Boomer.
He was never healthier. He's never been healthier since.
Best Boomer moment was still when Sombra made him explode.
Enjoy that.
He goes Cadence threw Boomer in a magic circle and summoned a beholder.
That happened too, but no, that was also a good Boomer moment. But
Oh, that was
also,
a long time ago.
yeah, but there was also when Sombra used Corpse Explosion on Boomer.
That was a good Boomer moment, not gonna lie. Boomer was the most non-Boomer person in the world.
Well,
I love
A,
that
because
we
he was a
have-
badger, and also a zombie.
I love that. We
Well,
have
let's
our
just
own
say he was
variation of Boomer
existentially
moment.
challenged Badger, okay? Zombie's a bit offensive.
Don't worry, you don't need to stick up for undead rights anymore. You're not a necromancer.
Oh yeah, that's right, I'm not Necromancer, I forgot.
Anyway, if there's nothing anybody else has, if you guys have something else, speak now.
I object! Oh wait, sorry, this isn't a wedding. Never mind.
All I know is at 5 a.m., Cadence is going to get up, run around the entire mansion, then run back, and then flop back onto her cat tree.
Yeah, everyone else will be asleep and not even notice.
I'm pretty sure Corporal will notice. He'll be like, what the fuck was that?
While Cadence is running around, one of the servants is matching her in speed and holding out a cup of tea for her.
Uh-huh.
Anyway, alright, so if that's everything everyone's got, then we'll move to the next morning. You all have had a rest. You've regained your spell slots and your action surges and whatever else people might have.
How do you guys action surge?
Oh, I guess Krag does. He's the only one.
It's been a full day too, right? So we get the charges back on the staffs.
Yep. I can't believe none of you are fighters. Can I just say... Oh, wait! I take it back. There is a fighter in the group now.
Yeah, but he doesn't have action surge.
He just doesn't have action surge yet. Next level.
Oh, right.
Anyway, alright. So, it's morning. Slots are back. Charges are back. You're offered breakfast by the Shadowkai, which is some more of that gray bread and what looks to be maybe what was made from an egg? Hard to tell.
Sure, I'll have some.
So I'm eating
Can
mansion.
I modify it so it tastes better?
Yeah, so the bread tastes, like I said, tastes like chalk and paper, and the eggs, question mark, taste like dust and sand.
Not eating any of it, going straight for the paintings.
I've had worse. I've had worse.
Is there anything I can do to improve the taste of these dishes?
Well, anything with a hint of flavor would be a good first step.
So I guess a little bit of salt then.
Yeah, I grew up in a monastery, and I've had better food.
Alright, I'm gonna do this really neat thing of I'm gonna take out just some stuff I have in my back, my own little bag of holding.
We're gonna go to Goldie
flavor
and
this.
get the paintings out, and we're gonna
Yeah.
have a good time.
As always, Goldie's stomach just pops open and the rotating wheel of paintings is at your disposal.
Uh-huh.
And, when the Corporal's done serving himself, he's gonna get an extra spoonful of ice cream to give to Fable.
Breakfast ice cream?
Why not?
You hear Goldie say in Elvish, ice cream for breakfast. I didn't know you could do that.
It's bad for
Bold choice.
Someone say ice cream?
Fable or Jewel can understand Goldie right now.
Someone say ice cream?
Yes.
Mad dash to the paintings. I want ice cream!
Of course.
So we're gonna go with bacon, and then bacon, and then more bacon.
And then Goldie says, and I would suggest a side of bacon.
I heard you like bacon, so we...
Also, I mean, yes, a side of bacon, but also fish.
That makes sense.
Jewel has no appetite, even for bacon.
The gasp.
Ooh, flaked tuna.
And then you see Pinocchio trying to do a dance to cheer Jewel up while saying stupid jokes. And his first joke is... Sorry, what was that?
No, that's just the echo.
Oh, yeah. So the first joke he says, is, as he's doing it, he says, "Don't feel that bad. Every cloud has a silver lining."
Oy.
She doesn't respond, but if he does it again, she's throwing a dagger above his head.
Aw, he's gonna do it again too. And he says, "Fortune favors the brave."
Dagger.
And he looks at the dagger, and he says, he looks at it and he goes, "Hope for the best, prepare for the worst," as he then scoots to the side just as he says that.
This guy.
Corpo's gonna go pick him up and bring him to where he is.
Cadence is going to, after breakfast, approach Jewel.
Hey, sister, that's you.
As the puppet's being taken away, he says one last thing. He goes, "Laughter's the best medicine!"
Jewel's expression is just staring into a void. It looks like she hasn't slept. She doesn't say anything.
Right. Cadence will approach, and with her very best imitation of Father Benjamin, she will say, "Form 1."
Says what?
Form 1. And strikes a pose.
She's asking you to be real.
And she gets into her fighting pose.
Jewel does not love herself. You don't even recognize what you see in front of you. And she stands up, and at first you think that she's going to join. She's like, "Not right now, sisters." And she goes and walks off to sit somewhere else.
Cadence will, with her abundant speed, get right back in front of her before she can walk away. This has to be.
Turns and walks the other direction.
It has to be now. You can't let something like this take you down.
I don't know what he wants from me.
And Cadence will again just take up the form and say, "Form 1."
Jewel sits down, crosses her legs, and just puts her hands over her ears. Just in a ball.
Well, Cadence will move through the forms on her own then, but she's basically get ready for this every morning.
Get ready for this every morning, she said.
She's been doing it every morning.
Yeah,
She's been doing exercises every day, but not.
but
there's something morally at hand right now. You can't bleed from stone. Like, it's just the way it is.
well, this is the way Cadence knows how to process emotions. So she's going to keep doing what she knows how to do.
I
In the
appreciate
meantime,
it.
Keith is, while he's working on preparing his and Jewel's stuff, he's actually going to be trying to talk with Jewel while she's doing the forms, since she's not feeling well.
She's not doing the forms.
Yeah.
She's completely shut down as an individual.
Yeah, Keith is going to try to talk to her while he's getting all the equipment ready through the ring. Pretty much trying to pick her spirits back up, at least get her to eat something so that she doesn't go hungry.
Not right now. And all you can do, like, all he sees is her just running different scenarios and different thoughts over the course of her life. It's just it's a tempest of, in a feedback loop of the point of her existence and what she's doing and what she's supposed to be focused on now that Faust is gone.
He's going to make the suggestion of trying to secure the future.
He's going to make the suggestion for you to focus on the future.
I can't focus on anything right now. I spent a lifetime thinking about the creatures. Up to a certain point. And the only reason I hadn't been thinking about it is because we've been looking for Emmas. And the only reasons that I haven't taken the time to think of what comes next and finish what I needed to do is because we made this promise to Grandpapa's friends. I still need to finish what I need to do. I'm supposed to be going home to right now. I'm supposed to be finishing that. And then after seeing that,
We'll have time. Don't worry, we will have time.
it feels like you're belittling what I'm trying to say is just leave me these for now.
You want to skip training and just, take a break, sit back. Come for some cuddles. What do you think?
She just holds herself and rocks. Whenever the party decides to go, she just follows along. But it's very, very quiet.
So I guess we start tracking the thing now.
I guess we do.
Yeah.
How does the feather work?
Yes.
Oh, the feather is a piece of its body.
So how does it help us find it?
Magic that uses scrying, that uses it gives you a big advantage with a piece of its body.
Oh, that. I guess we're, hold on.
I was hoping it would point at it, but
No, they took a they had half a dozen people die getting one feather from it.
we know what they're like, so we could probably take it.
Plus, Krag
They'll
has
be
seen what it
fine.
looks like.
All right, so let's all make sure we're wearing our rings of mind shielding and get going.
All right.
I don't even remember anymore.
I'm guessing Corbel's gonna use scrying.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there it is. So I believe that is because of the body part an extra -10, if I remember correctly. If I remember correctly, it is a -10. So let me just go ahead and roll its save. Just make sure it is wisdom, right? Yeah, it's wisdom. All right, so here's his wisdom save. So that gives him a 17 in total, which means he fails the save.
Thank God for that -10.
I also rolled a 19 on the dice. Whew, that was a high roll. So, you know exactly where the creature is now. Well, between that and find the path, you do anyway. Because when you scry on it, you see it sleeping in a giant nest. Like a bird's nest.
Oh, we need to
that
find the
nest
path
is?
prepped?
Yeah. Well, I mean, scrying will show you its bird nest, but it won't exactly tell you where that is.
Oh, well.
But now you've seen the location.
Alright, there goes my 6th level spell slot. Let's go.
Get moving.
All right, everyone, pile into Goldie and let's go.
Seatbelts, everyone!
Beep beep.
We have a monster to kill.
No, this ain't gonna be a normal field trip.
You can see the puppet climb in there, and he's got a tiny little wooden dagger, and he's like holding it up.
You're very
Vietnam
brave. You go
flashbacks.
first.
In the
And
meantime,
he once
Keith is
again
still
repeats
just
what he said to
pampering
Julie. He
Jewel
says,
in the
"Fortune
backseat.
favors the brave."
Fortune favors fools.
And then you can see he stops and he taps his head and he's like, oh, and he even mutters, "That's a good point." And he says, "But discretion is the better part of valor."
I like him.
Anyway, he just sits down on one of the seats and buckles himself in.
I just hope Parker doesn't go after
Does Goldie come with a
whatever
car
the
seat for
cricket,
Pinocchio?
whatever the cricket's pun name is. I know it would be a pun name. I'm not going to ask.
But does Goldie come equipped with a car seat so that Pinocchio can see outside?
No, did you install one?
Yeah, I was gonna say, if you didn't install one ahead of time, afraid not.
Let's roll D20 to find out.
No, you
Nope.
didn't specifically say you were, so there's no rolling a d20 to see if you did.
Well, I have to try.
We haven't exactly planned ahead for taking small children
Do you have a box?
adventures.
I can't stand that high.
Well, there are the kobolds, but I don't think we ever thought of bringing them on the trip with Goldie yet. In fact, that probably means we need to make, when we get back, we're going to have to make 8 child seats now for Goldie.
I mean, is Goldie really a family vehicle? Maybe you should think about.
You
should get like an
okay,
actual
if he can
minivan.
transport all of us with all of our shit, there is no way he is not a family vehicle.
He is also part of the
Thinking
family.
maybe something more like a minivan.
He's bigger than a minivan.
But is it sensible?
Why wouldn't it be?
He's 20 feet long.
Why wouldn't it be sensible? Like we don't exactly. I can't exactly walk to the nearest Honda dealership and ask for a Honda Odyssey. Okay, pretty sure car dealerships aren't the thing in your world. Wait, Uni, are Honda dealerships a thing in your world?
No.
Well, there you go.
You have the one and only car in the entire world.
I'm just kidding.
I know, but I'm giving you a hard time because I can.
There were vehicles on the southern continent.
There were
But they don't have a
tanks.
dealership. Yeah. Well, they also had Jeeps, but they were all government owned. There was no dealership.
I mean, now that we've toppled the horrible.
Yeah, now they can make those vehicles for civilian use. Everyone gets a tank now.
And you get a tank, and you get a tank, and you get a tank.
I mean, I expect it'll be something more like the like Volkswagen Beetle kind of deal.
Remember when Punch Buggy used to be a thing?
Yes.
Yep. My arms still have bruises.
Oh dear.
So bringing it back.
Don't.
Yes. It's okay.
There's
We're
also
we're
Woodies.
basically gonna get to the stopping point in a minute.
Remember Woodies?
Anyway.
I don't remember Woody's, no.
So, but I will finish this off here. So you guys keep going forward with Find the Path, and eventually you get to more or less just about where it is. So now would be the time to set up your preps, but we're actually going to stop here, and we'll pick up next week with your whatever it is you guys are going to do for prep work for the fight. Because, yeah.
I
you'll be
don't
fighting this
suppose
thing.
a car ride counts as a short rest, does it?
Yes, but why would you need to rest again?
Everyone but the driver, I think, right?
Yeah, but why would you
So
need
the
to rest
kobold can
again?
get his spell slots back.
I get them back on a long rest. Do I look like a warlock to you?
Partially.
Just because I have just because I'm fanboying over an extra dimensional creature, that does not mean I am a warlock.
It quacks like a duck, and it sounds like
But it's not even quacking like a duck.
So
Shut up, you're
they're
quail.
different, dude.
Whack.
It's okay, it's not a duck, he's a
Don't make me hit. Actually, you know what? Freaking, I am hitting you. There you go.
It flies like a duck.
So onward we drive to go kill apparently a giant bird thing.
Yes, I'll repost the artwork because you got a description from Krag of what it looks like. So I will remind you guys of what it looks like. Hang on. Where's my artwork for this guy? There he is. This is it.
Mm-hmm.
Anything.
Oh yeah.
Waiting for it to update for me.
Oh, I put it. Yeah. I put it in the in-game chat. That's a stupid place. I'm gonna delete it. I'm gonna put it not there. Hang on. I'm gonna put it in the main D&D chat. Oops.
I said, do not protect my balls.
There it is.
Fighting.
Last
Hate it.
fighting love.
Let's fighting love.
Yeah. So
Oh,
that's
you
what
finally
you're going to
saw
be fighting.
that, Gord?
Hmm?
You finally saw the thing I posted?
That's creepy.
What thing you posted?
I put it
On
in
the
the main
in-game
D&D
chat.
No, it's in the D&D chat. Is where
No,
it
I
is.
know. No, I mean Stefan posted something in the in-game
Oh.
chat.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't notice that until now.
Much like
Anyway.
the Lemmywink song, I do have that song memorized.
Of course you do.
And if you actually know the Japanese translation for it,
I've looked it up once.
for
I
it,
can't quite remember it all.
it's even funnier.
Okay,
I'm
I'm
not
gonna enjoy
surprised.
re-listening to it then.
Let me just tell you that the first line is Suburashi Chinchin Mono.
Really?
Well, knowing what Chin Chin means,
What?
yeah.
No! That's actually the first line? Oh my god. How did that... Of course, because the censors wouldn't know Japanese. They wouldn't know what that means. Oh my god, I can't believe that actually made it past the censor.
I mean, do you think they actually do their job? And looking at what it means in other languages, guess again.
Oh.
9 times out of 10, you'll get away with a lie if it's in another language.
She means wonderful. Chin is thick.
Anyway, so good job, guys.
Oh, we're done?
Yep.
Aw.
Thanks, Looney, for the session.
Yeah, we're just getting started.
No comment.
Hold on.
I know, I'm sorry, guys, but we're going to be doing